Okay. Hey, back on the Morning Brew. Welcome to the show. I'm Larry Aarons, along with Aaron Muffaletto, our co-host here for Monday, May 6th. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching us today. I want to introduce to you our first guest on the Morning Brew today. Roxanna Meyers is with us. Roxanna is serving on the Albuquerque City Council in District 2. She was appointed to that seat and would like to be elected to that seat, appointed by Mayor Barry. And welcome, Roxanna, to the Morning Brew.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Great to have you. When were you appointed?
December 7th, 2012. So I've been there for just about 4 months.
Oh, so how's it going so far?
Good, good. You know, I think there's lots to learn. I've never done anything like this. Never been in government or run for public office, and so there's lots of things to understand and how things work. But everybody's been great and very helpful, and meeting lots of people. Yeah. It's been real fun.
Now, District 2 takes in a lot of the downtown area, all the way to Borellis, and
all the way from San Jose, actually, which is south of Borellis, all the way up through downtown, Huning Castle, Huning Heights, part of the North Campus, where the university, Netherwood.
Great neighborhoods.
Yeah, great.
We're in your district now, too.
Yeah. Santa Barbara Martinez Town, which is where my office is, Los Doranis, Los Griegos, Lee Acres, Matthew Meadows.
The heart of the city.
Farm. It's really the heart of the city. It's where all the, well, I think it's where all the gems are. You know, all of the museums, the zoo, everything.
Yeah. And you said you've never sat in any kind of government position at all, right?
No. Lots of boards, lots of nonprofits.
Sure. But you're pretty experienced. Yes, you've been on boards. You have your own business.
Right.
And that's great. Century Sign Builders.
Right.
And how long has your business been around?
Well, the business has been around since 1975, but I bought it in '98, so I've owned it for 15 years.
Wow.
So what does the business background, the entrepreneurial background, bring to your position on the City Council?
Well, I think the success of my business is because I run it in a format that's an open book management system, which is pretty unique. So it's very inclusive, very creative. If you guys get a chance, my warehouse is just down the block. But I've trained all of my staff how to read a financial statement, how to look at gross profit margin, what does it mean? And so they all feel a very, an ownership of the business. And I think that skill set of inclusivity, here's the goal, how do we reach that goal together? How do we deal with adversity like recessions? You know, I think any of that will.
And to follow up on that, we hear a lot, if we just get government to run like a business and spend money in a proper and logical way, then we'd all be better off. Is that real world, though?
I think it is. I see lots of opportunity just in the 4 months that I've been there. I actually think we can do it.
Good,
I think we can be world class. The scary part about working for me is I wake up every morning and think anything's possible. So anything and everything with the right team. We already have so much low-hanging fruit. I mean, we're blessed with great weather, awesome art and culture that would rival any city. Food that is so unique, it'll bring you to your knees and wish you had more if you leave. So we have a lot of assets that I think we could take advantage of that we don't.
Right.
That we don't really market as well as we could.
Yeah, and you're running for re-election for this seat too.
I am.
So what made you decide to run for this seat?
I am really. I want us to be a world-class city. I see no good reason why we can't be. Particularly, you know, District 2 has all of the city's gems. You know, and I think that if we had some real innovative and creative leadership in District 2, we would be on our way to world class.
As far as downtown goes, we still have a ways to go. I guess I want to know your level of satisfaction as to the development of downtown and the central area. We have a ways to go, but are you satisfied with the direction that we're heading in?
I think there's a way that we have quite a ways to go. And again, I see no reason why we can't get there. You know, the Downtown Action Team, originally, when I was a banker for what is now Wells Fargo, it was started. And so I've watched it all of these years, and we haven't made much progress, but I think we can make progress, and I think we've got an awesome team. I think that it takes some real concerted efforts and different resources than maybe currently what we have. Resources that may be things that I can bring to the table through my business associations nationally and globally.
And what are some of your ideas as far as doing that?
Well, and this isn't necessarily downtown, but one idea, and I've got it on my website, which is ABQ Rocks. And so instead of ROCKS, it's ROX, so abqrocks.com. abqrocks.com. The Elvado Motel that the city's owned for a couple of years, we haven't really done anything with that. And I see a possibility to make that a city market, like you would have in Seattle, like at Pike Place.
Great idea.
So where we export our food. So just like you get the fish that's thrown at you, get all excited, and you ship your fish back to Albuquerque, we would ship your pozole, your chips, and then we'd have a great venue for restaurants, and it would anchor right there where the biopark is.
Not a bad idea.
So those are just a few of the ideas that I have.
And we keep the signage and all of that. The whole Route 66
it's a classic building. It's great. It has little garages that would be great for storefronts. And then working with the city's cultural department with Ed Bowles, to make sure that we adhere to all and making it great,
Now, Roxanna, you're president, CEO of Century Sign Builders, so you've got a successful, growing, busy business, and you're devoting a lot of time to the city as well. Time management, how are you doing this?
I have a great team. We had all kind of discussed it first. I have a great family, very, very supportive family.
You'd have to have that.
My husband is, Stanley is awesome, and he's a great team player, and he, it's a team sport, I'll tell you that for sure. And I'm a little nuts on the side of keeping track of everything, use my phone constantly, but my staff has really been wonderful to help me at the business.
So what would be your main goal of accomplishing that maybe past city councilors have not accomplished?
I think I'm just a natural-born doer. I think that I can, if you look at the way that I run my business, we pull a team together, we set our sights, like we had decided to go global. We came up with a couple of ideas, one that we actually have a patent pending. And together collectively, literally, we sit around a room and we just get it done. And so I think I have a history of getting it done. I do plan, but I don't plan to ad nauseum. And I am really good at deciding and effectively prioritizing time and money. And that seems to be probably the biggest skill set I can bring. I can prioritize time and money. Not that a lot of the things that we look at aren't important. It's just that we're not going to get anything magnificent done if we don't prioritize time and money.
I love that there's somebody in government that feels that way. Now, as you run up against the slow, ponderous pace of government sometimes, does that drive you a little crazy?
I figured I was put on this lifetime to learn patience. So I'm graciously learning patience. But one thing, my old boss had written me a letter because I had won the top performing CEO from the New Mexico Business Journal.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And he had written in there that I'm extremely tenacious. So while I've had lots of people put lots of blocks in my way, they don't usually bring me down. I'm extremely tenacious.
Well, just by looking at your resume, you can tell you're very ambitious, and I'm looking forward to seeing what more you do.
Well, this is, the election will be this fall, right? So
it will be. It will be.
Campaign will get going this summer sometime?
It will be. In fact, I'm seeking public financing, And so right now we're getting ready to, this month of May, we're seeking 500 signatures with the $5 contribution, so approximately 500, so that I can get the public financing to run the campaign.
That's great.
It's great to meet you.
Thank
and
you.
Want to wish you well. And
Thank you.
I'm kind of, after talking with you, I'm kind of glad you're there.
Yeah.
I like this attitude in our city government. I like having somebody like you represent the city.
Well, I'm very appreciative. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being
We're going to put your website up again,
Great.
ABQ Rocks. And Roxanna, thank you for joining us
Thank
again
you.
today.
Thank you so
Roxanna
much.
Meyers, City Councilor, District 2. She's running for re-election and our guest here on the Morning Brew. Coming up on the show next, Eric Renz-Whitmore with the New Mexico Technology Council. Next weekend is, next month is Startup Weekend, and we'll tell you about that. We'll be back, Aaron and I, in just a moment here on the Morning Brew.